When I first started cutting hair, I thought skill was the only thing that mattered, and I thought skill was gonna get me to $8,000 a month, making $100,000 a year, but I was completely wrong. The most important thing that I've learned throughout my journey is there has to be a clear funnel that brings clients in and makes them stay to be a part of your journey. Not just to come in, but to stay and continue to book with you. I learned this as I was going through my journey of scaling up from $30 a cut to $150 a haircut. It doesn't matter about how many people you bring in if there's constantly people going out. It doesn't matter how many people you keep if there's never anyone coming in, and everything in between is extremely important. So in this video, you're gonna learn how to create a funnel that not only is going to get people to come in the door, but allow people to stay in your chair and book week after week after week, regardless of your price point. This is something that I've used for my students, and it's gotten them a price raise, it's gotten them booked out again, another price raise, gotten them booked out again. So this is what you need in order to get results that are gonna last you for the rest of your career and make it as easy as possible for clients to book an appointment with you and then continue to rebooking with you regardless of what you're doing in your business. I hope this video helps you out. Make sure that you share this with somebody who needs it. Make sure that you comment, make sure that you like this video, because this is gonna be the most game you have ever gotten in your barbering business to this day, and it's all gonna happen in 30 minutes. So grab a notepad and take notes. So I'm gonna tell you exactly why a bunch of barbers are stuck making the same amount of money, aren't able to convert clients, aren't able to retain clients, and are having trouble increasing their business. The main problem is because they're only focused on retaining clients. For example, waiting on walk-ins to come in, passing out business cards, word of mouth, and the only way for them to get clients is by focusing on retention. I'm gonna break down the funnel that I use, that all of my students use, to get them fully booked out, to raise their prices, to get them fully booked out again, and to raise their prices again. This is how you make more and work less. The main problem that people have is building out a funnel. And today we're gonna go into what exactly this funnel is and what you need to do in order to be booked out as a barber. Okay, so at the top of the funnel we have attention, which means problem-based content. Right underneath that, we're going into trust, proof, and consistency. After that, you'll see we have conversion, and then lastly we have retention. You need every single piece of this in order to get clients. You can get attention, but if there's no trust and there's no conversion, then there's no way that you will get retention. You can have good retention and good conversion, but if there's no attention and no trust built, you're not going to be able to get as many clients as you could. You need every single one of these in order to get results. If you have a notebook, take it out. This will probably be the most beneficial video that you have ever seen when it comes to funnel content for your barber business. There's no barber that explains this, so I felt it was very important for me to give this to you guys. That way you can actually scale up your business and know exactly what you need to do in order to convert clients from a viewer all the way down to a consistent client, no matter what price point you're charging. Okay, attention, problem-based content is the top of the funnel. We're gonna jump straight in. All right, so what you will see is the number one fastest way to bring eyeballs to you, to your skill set, is by you using the one thing that every single person is already addicted to: short form content. Everyone spends 6 to 8 hours a day on their phones. They go to bed, they're on their phones. They're walking, they're driving in the car, they're on their phones. They're on the toilet, using the bathroom, they're on their phones. They got any little chill time, they're walking in the grocery store and they're waiting in line, they go on their phones. So creating short form content that is problem based is going to be the number one way for you to start getting clients and getting eyeballs seeing your work and seeing your skill set. So this is what you need to bring people in. This is the top of the funnel. Without this, you will be converting very slowly. All right? You need to create content that will make someone stop and watch. Meaning there has to be a hook. You have to be able to make someone want to stop and get them to stop what they're watching and get them to think, okay, this is going to be worth my time. You're not just competing with barbers. You are competing with people who are watching funny videos. They're watching comedy, they're watching history, they're watching all this other stuff that they care about. So us being barbers, you have to create a video that's gonna make someone want to stop and watch a barber video. So your hook has to be on point. Create content that's gonna get people to stop and watch your stuff. You must solve a problem to get them to believe that you can help them with their problem. This is the entry level of the funnel of turning someone from just a viewer into an actual client, meaning putting money in your pocket. All right? Solving a problem. That could be solving receding corners on the hairline. That could be fixing texture on the top of their hair. That could be fixing patchy beards. It could be literally anything that's a real problem that clients actually struggle with. Okay? Don't worry about fixing tapers and fades. Nobody cares about that. Any barber is expected to be able to do good with tapers and fades. But when we talk about specialties, shear work, beards, hairlines, that's what's important. That's a problem that there is in the barber industry. So solve a problem to get them to believe that you can help them with their problem. If you're showing a video of you solving a client's hairline problem and they struggle with receding corners, and you fix that for the person in the video, chances are the person that's watching that has the same problem is going to easily be like, yo, you know what? If he could do it for this person, he could do it for me. That's how you're able to sell through these videos. It's very important that we sell with this content. Who is this video selling to? Who am I selling this video to? Who's going to buy this video? That's all that we're doing. This is how we turn views into clients. Have your client speak well about you and how you solve their main problem. Your client has to be the one that speaks well about you and explains how you solved their problem. Because the same way that you solved their problem is the same way you'll be able to solve the viewer's problem. Once the viewer sees, oh, okay, he's good at fixing these hairlines and his client approves of the hairline that he gave him, maybe I should give him a chance because I want that same result. I want my problem to be fixed as well. But it's very important that we have the client say it, because when we say it as a barber, it just doesn't hit as hard. So you have to have your client speak well about you and your service. That way the viewer can feel comfortable in knowing that, okay, his client feels the same way that I want to feel. Again, we're selling through these videos. So it's important that we're able to point that out and have the client sell for us. That way it feels a lot more genuine and a lot more authentic. You're going to show your clients confidence after you have solved their problem to show that that is how the viewer will feel after leaving your chair as well. You are not just selling a haircut. You're not just selling a taper. You're not just selling a fade. What you're selling is confidence. When you sit in my chair, you're going to leave feeling way better than how you did when you first came in. When you sit in my chair, I'm going to make you look 10 times better than how you did when you first came in. That is what you're selling. You're not just selling a haircut. I see barbers all the time. All they do is post a fade. They post the side of the head. That's all they do. But they don't focus on showing off confidence. People buy confidence. People are willing to pay $150 for confidence. That was the main difference of me going from a $35 barber to a $150 barber. It was showing off my clients' reactions, and people that were watching the video said, wow, I've never reacted that way to a haircut, but I could see why he would react that way. Maybe I should go to this barber. I trust that he could get me results. Show off more than just a haircut. Show off the confidence. Show off your client looking good, feeling himself in the mirror. That's what's going to sell people, because as a client, that's how you want to feel when you leave the barber chair. So show your client feeling good, and then the person that's watching is just going to put themselves in the shoes of the client, and that's going to help with converting clients that are watching your videos. That is number one. This is how we grow attention. First things first is attention. We need to get people to notice that we solve problems. Once people see that, they're automatically in the loop. They're automatically locked in because people are willing to watch people's problems get solved. This whole world is based around solving problems. So position yourself as someone who solves problems, not a comedian, not someone who's just here to tell jokes, not someone who's just here to tell stories, not someone who's just pushing their personal brand out that nobody cares about. Solve a problem and people will be more open to buying something from you, to buying your services. Secondly, we're going to go into trust, proof, and consistency. It's not enough for someone to see your video one time and think that they're just going to want to buy something from you. It doesn't make sense. All right? Some people will be like that. Some people will be very easily open to your video and want to book with you right away. But for a lot of people, you're going to need to nurture them. You're going to have to show them that you're more than a one-hit wonder. You need to show them that this is what you do. All right? Trust, proof, and consistency that you are who you say you are in your videos. All right? So, some will not be instantly sold and will need to be nurtured and convinced on a more personal and consistent basis. For example, IG and TikTok stories. Personal and consistent basis. Your stories go up and down, go on and leave in 24 hours. So you need to remind people daily about what it is that you do, the problems that you solve, and your talent and skill set behind the chair. You have to remind people, bro, this is what I do. I am the man when it comes to this. If you are struggling with this problem, I am the number one person in the city to go to for this. That is what's going to get people to be like, yo, you know what? I got to give them a chance. Maybe when someone first watches you, they're not all the way there. Maybe they got their barber. Maybe they're not fully convinced in paying your price point. But when you are constantly, daily showing up in their face 4 or 5 times a day, they have no choice but to give you the attention. First, people have to pay you with attention before they pay you with money. So being in front of their face, having them see you all the time is what's going to get you booked up, what's going to get people to turn from viewers into clients. That's the key thing that I need you to take away from this. It's not about views. It's not about follows. It's not about likes. It's about how many viewers can I turn into clients, meaning how many views can I turn into dollar signs. Your job on your stories is to post 4 to 6 problem solution based stories that are quick and easy to understand. First story is going to be you showing off the receding hairline, you taking a picture of the receding hairline, and then saying, this client struggles with receding hairlines. Most barbers would give him a U-shaped hairline, and he would not like it because it would always grow back very ugly. All right? On the second story, you're going to post the showcase of you giving him a crispy, boxy hairline and say, that's why I knocked it down with the one guard and I kept it darker in the corners. That way it could blend in together and I could ghost line it and give him a hairline that matches his head shape and makes his forehead look like a box. That's what's going to convert. And then right underneath that, you're going to say, I am the number one hairline specialist in Houston, Texas, when it comes to solving this problem. Click the link in my bio. Click the link below to book with me. Boom. People see that on a daily basis. They see 4 to 6 of these on a daily basis, bro. They're going to be sold instantly. Well, the more they see you, you got to think about it like this. When someone's looking to buy from you, it's like a battery. It's like people are coming up and they're like, man, once I'm 100%, that's when they buy, right? When they're 100% charged, that's when they buy. So your videos might get them to like 20, 33%. The rest of that is seeing you on your stories, doing it multiple times. So if you're constantly uploading, showing people that you fix hairlines, and then they're seeing your stories all the time, that means we're going to get to that a whole lot faster compared to them just seeing your videos. Your problem and solution stories are what's going to keep you booked up and what's going to allow for you to retain clients as well. So it's very important that you do that. All right. In your stories, you must clearly point out and define the problem. We have to know what about the hairline is the problem. Is it the widow's peak? Is it the receding corner? Is it U-shaped hairlines? And you need to clearly point it out. I tell my guys, circle it. Go to Instagram, get a circle, place it on the problem, and then get something that's gonna point, an arrow, a finger that's gonna point to the problem as well. It needs to be very clear. The more clear you can make it, the easier it's gonna be for you to convert the clients and get them to see that you are a specialist at this thing right here. You don't have to speak to everyone. Speak to the audience that you are selling to. Meaning, if you are a hairline specialist, don't try and post pictures and videos of you doing shear cuts and curly haircuts. It doesn't matter. People don't care about that. You only need to focus on the specific person that you are selling to with this specific haircut. That's what's going to get people to be confident in you. Don't be a jack of all trades, yet master of none. Focus on the one thing that most of your clients come to you for. Is it shear work? Is it beards? Is it hairlines? Is it designs? Whatever it is, make sure that that is your focus, that is what people know you for. Don't try and speak to everybody or please everybody with your haircuts. Show that you are the expert in your city when it comes to solving that specific problem. Again, like I said, on that second story, you're going to say, on the first story, you're going to say exactly how most barbers mess up that specific problem. Again, you're trying to relate it to the person that's actually watching this and actually suffers with the same problems, right? So chances are, if they suffer with the same problems, most barbers would create the same problems on their hairline as they did with your client. So you need to make sure that you point that out. And then also on the second story, you're going to say, I am the #1 hairline specialist when it comes to fixing receding corners. I am the #1 specialist in bringing back pushed back hairlines. That is going to let people know, oh, this is the guy. Because not only did you show them it, but you actually did it just now in their face. You had the client talk about it, and then you also are able to pinpoint, this is what I do. I'm that guy. So when people see that, that gives them extreme confidence in knowing, okay, this dude's not just talking out of his behind. He's showing me in front of my face that this is what he does. But you need to say that you are the expert in your city. Don't say, oh, I'm good at doing this, or if you want this, stop by. No, I am the #1 guy at this. If you struggle with the same problem, come to me. I'm going to fix your problem. That authority, that confidence in yourself is going to convert a lot of people. So it's very important that you show that in your stories. So next is conversion. This is very good, but this is a big bottleneck that stops a lot of people from actually taking all of this and converting them into clients. This is just as important as any of this here, because if the conversion system is bad, it's going to be very hard for you to attract clients, especially if they're high ticket. High ticket people love to buy when the process is clear and simple. All this is talking about is your booking system. Your booking system is very important. I'm going to put it like this. Remove your website because nobody gives. Nobody cares about the fact that you have a website. People just want to book an appointment and they want it to be simple. They want it to be easy. So stop thinking that you got to have this crazy fancy website because some old head told you that a website looks more professional. Nobody cares. So you should only have 3 services. When someone clicks on your booking link, there shouldn't be a hairline service. There shouldn't be a beard shape up. There shouldn't be eyebrows. There shouldn't be designs. This is extra. It's super complicated. You should have 3 services only. Haircut and beard, and a VIP service that you charge double, almost triple for. What this is going to do is make it very easy for the person that's buying. Am I getting a haircut? Am I getting a haircut and beard? Or do I want the most expensive service he has? The VIP service, it doesn't matter how much you charge. People that are high ticket clients, they just want the best of the best, and they're willing to pay whatever it is to get the best of the best. So you should only have 3 services: your haircut and beard, and a VIP service, whatever that means to you. It could just be a hot towel. You could do drops of oils. You could do a little skincare routine, as long as it doesn't add more than 15 minutes to your service. It should be something quick that just makes them feel a little bit more pampered than if they just got a regular haircut. Okay? 3 services. You have to clearly let people know how to book an appointment with you in your videos, in your captions, and in your bios on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever it is where you post content. Clearly let people know how to book an appointment with you. This should not be difficult. If you're looking to get an appointment with me, if you're looking to get this problem solved, click the link in my bio. If you're looking to get this problem solved, click this link below. Very simple. There shouldn't be any extra processes. There shouldn't be a link tree in your bio. You should only have one link in your bio. No link trees. I don't care what else you have on the side. Figure out another way for you to do that. Push that off to the side. Tell them to hit you up personally. I don't know. But make sure that there's only one link in your bio, and that's your booking link. There should be no confusion, no resistance when it comes to people booking an appointment with you. Any resistance is going to turn some people off. If you are only charging $30, why do you have a cancellation fee? Why are you making people put down a deposit? It just doesn't make sense. You need to get to the point where people actually value you in order for you to put a cancellation policy. If you don't respect yourself and you're only charging $30, you're going to attract people that don't value you either. So why would you try and put a cancellation policy or a deposit policy when you're not even bringing in as many clientele as you need, as much clientele as you need? It doesn't make sense. The booking process should be very simple. You need to get rid of all the resistance that's in there. Like I said, no website. Make sure you have one booking link in your bio. And then you're going to switch from an app that forces them to download in order to book. All right? That means no more The Cut. Get rid of the Cut app. That's the worst app known to man. I can't tell you how many clients see that, oh man, I got to download an app. Nah, I'm good. What the Cut does, it keeps you reliant on their booking app. They make all of their money off of keeping barbers reliant on the easy clients that they're able to gain from the Cut app. So if you are looking to grow your own business, to grow your own stuff, then you need to get rid of the Cut app and stop being dependent on the Cut. Because when a new client sees, oh man, I got to download an app just to get a booking appointment with this guy, I don't really want to do that. Compared to when someone's able to open up my Booksy link, for example, and they go straight to booking an appointment. They don't need to create an account. They don't need to put in all this extra stuff. All they need to do is select the time, select the service, and they're good to go. That's how simple you need this to be. Get rid of the Cut app. Lastly, we're going to go into retention. Retention is very important, especially at those higher price points where maybe you're not reaching as many new clients as you used to. It's important that you're able to retain people and keep them coming back. Have them come one time and keep them coming back. That means you need to provide a service that is well worth it. You must provide a complete service that shows not only that you're worth your price point, but that you're worth even more than that price point. All right, this is called the experience, the service. This is extremely important for retention, right? So to do this, you need to make sure that you are on time, that you're attentive to your client and what they're telling you, that you're clean, you're relational, you're able to have conversations with them, and you're real. You should be the same person in person as you are on your stories, as you are on your Instagram reels, and everything. You should be the same person all the way throughout. Same person you was in the DMs with them. Just be real. When someone is coming into your chair, they're expecting to meet the same person that they felt comfortable with on camera. If you are different at all, that is going to cause a lot of resistance for the next time they book, because they're going to feel, oh no, that was kind of a weird experience. Don't make people feel like it was weird for them to meet someone who they met on social media. The whole point of all of this is for people to actually sit there and be like, yo, that dude was even doper than I thought he was on camera. I love how real he is. I love the conversation that we had. That is part of the experience. Don't rush their haircut. I don't care if you're falling behind hours and 30 minutes, an hour, 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. Do not rush a haircut of someone who took the time to come and see you from social media. You shouldn't do this for any client at all. If you fell behind, that's your fault. Don't ever rush a haircut. If you got to push people back, then do that, because that's got to fall on you. You shouldn't put that type of pressure or nothing on your client who simply was just doing what they were supposed to be doing and you fell behind. Don't ever rush a haircut. Make sure that you give everyone a full service, full of respect, full of, making sure that you care about their time. All right? We are not doing this to trick people into getting a haircut. If your work is trash, then your work is trash. It doesn't matter if you're able to make the haircut look good on camera. It doesn't matter if you're able to solve a problem for everyone else. What that person cares about is that you were able to fix their problem, give them a good haircut, give them a good experience on the spot. If you do not provide that for the person that booked an appointment with you, what makes you think that he's coming back? You can't trick someone into staying and booking with you. You must actually provide a service that is worth what they're paying, more than what they're paying. People don't trade $50 for $50. It doesn't make sense. But if you say, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna give you $100 if you give me this 50, if you could give me your 50," people are happily gonna do that. People are happily gonna pay that price. That's why clients tip. That's why clients keep coming back. That's why clients stay with you, because they know, even though he's charging $50, I would pay 75. I would pay 100 for his haircuts. So the fact that he's only charging 50, hey bro, hold this 20. Your service in person is extremely important. And you need to realize that if you do not provide a good service here, it's going to make everything else that we just spoke about a lot harder. Right? So you cannot hide the fact that you are not a good barber. You cannot hide the fact that your skills aren't up to par. You need to make sure that everything that you're doing aligns with who you are. You don't need to be the best barber, but you need to make sure that you are providing the best service possible. This is what's going to allow for people to continue to come back to you regardless of what you charge, regardless of how many price raises you have. Be respectful of their wishes. If someone is probably asking for a bad haircut, yes, it's your job to tell them, "Hey bro, I would recommend this, this, and this." But if they know what they want and they keep saying, "Nah bro, trust me, I've had that done before. I just want this, this, and this." Give them what they want, bro. It's not our job to force people to get something that they don't want. Even though they might be better with that mid-skin fade, if they want the high fade, bro, you got to let them rock out. They are coming to you because they see your skill and they're already sold. So just give them what they want, and then as you build that trust, as they continue to come back to you, your recommendations are going to land a lot better with them. "Yeah, bro, I know you've been getting this comb over for a few months now, but I think you would look dope with a little textured fringe or maybe like a textured quiff at the top. You know what, bro? Yeah, let me try that. My wife has been saying this, this, and that." It's important that you build that relationship with them by being respectful of their wishes. Don't just give them the cut that you want to give them just to get a fire video. Don't just give them the cut that you want to give them. Focus on actually giving them something that is extremely important and valuable to them. It's not about you. All right? Lastly, you're going to get them to book their next cut on the spot. Dope, bro. I appreciate you coming through, man. It was a blessing. I appreciate the conversation. Hey, look, bro. I get booked up really fast, so let's book you in for the next one, and then that way you don't even got to worry about it. Are you usually good for like same time as today, like Saturdays at 10 a.m.? Okay, cool. I'll just lock you in for that ASAP because those get filled up really fast. Boom. That process alone right there will keep you booked up a week, 2 weeks in advance. So when you have that price raise, he already feels like, "Man, I've just been doing this. This is just my routine. Every Saturday, every Thursday, every Monday, I come in at the same time." So clients love that. Take charge. Don't be afraid of someone telling you, "No, I can't do that. I don't know what my schedule is going to look like." That's okay. But the more people you can get on the schedule, the easier it's going to be for you to have a consistent income, a consistent clientele, and be able to constantly improve, because this is the bottom of the funnel. But that allows for you to always have new clients coming in and old clients staying and rebooking with you. That is the recipe for success. If you're able to do this very cleanly and very attentively, you will get the best results that you've ever gotten in your business. This is the number one funnel that I use to get me to $150 a haircut, that got me to $28,000 a month as a barber. I was bringing in 80 plus new clients at an $80 price point. I got booked up month after month after month because I retained my clients. I was creating content that attracted me a lot of clients. And putting all of this together actually allowed for me to get better results than everyone else that was around me, any other barber in my city and state. This is the funnel that most people do not understand. So if you are creating content or you have your barbering business, maybe you're just starting off, focus on doing this, because this alone will bring you so many new clients that you won't even know what to do. This has brought my students hundreds of new clients a month. 100 new clients a month, making $3,000-$4,000 extra just from clients, new clients that we got them from social media. This is how we're able to raise people's prices. We took a dare from $25 a cut to $80 a cut. And throughout that entire process, he just now stopped being fully booked out a week in advance once we got to $80. But in 4 months, we were able to do that because he was literally fully booked out month after month after month after month. So this is what's possible with this right here. If you're looking to go from 3K to 9K or 10K, if you're looking to do that, you must follow this funnel. There's no way that you can skip any piece of this in order to get to 10K a month. If you want it quick, then you put in more work. You get more results. You post more stories. You do this a lot better and a lot cleaner. And you continue to give a good service that's worth a lot more than what your haircut is worth. This alone will get you fully booked out within a month. If you stay consistent with this, you will be fully booked out within a month. All right? This is what I do. This is what I help my students do. So if you are looking to get help with this funnel, to actually create something that's going to get you here faster than what you can do by yourself, then you can tap in with me. But I made this for the people that are genuinely okay with it taking longer. I'm not here to just make a shit ton of money. I am here to help people with their barbering business. And if you don't have this right here, you're going to struggle for a long time trying to figure out this funnel. Okay? So I hope you took notes. I hope you took something away from this. Please let me know. Hop in the comment section. Let me know exactly what you thought about this. And if this was helpful, if you have any questions or any other content that you want me to do to maybe further specify any certain thing, please let me know. I read all the comments. I'm in there. Anything you need, let me know. I'll make sure to get a video out for you guys. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and even share with a barber that could possibly use this in order to improve their business as well. I appreciate you guys. Later.